Hey everybody, I wanted to bring the final video to you guys and show you what I did. So, not much has changed on the plane. All I did was paint the tips of the prop. I forgot about that in the other video. And I decided to make this like they're landing. They're coming back from a mission, so they don't have no bombs. They just dropped them all off where they needed to be. So I did do a base. These normally landed in grassy fields, so I did it where he's kind of coming in for a landing, just a little bit above the ground. And I used static grass for the first time on this. I used a 12mm and I think it's a 3mm static grass, and that was quite fun, and it was very rewarding on that to see how easy that is to go. It really looks good. Mixing the heights and colors makes it turn out pretty well. I used a copper wire to hold the plane up. That is what you're seeing there. If you hold it in just the right angle, you can barely see it. I don't know any other way of doing that to hide that, but you can see the static grass on there. It's not super hard. It is over here. I used kind of a little bit too much glue. Over in the front it's pretty soft, hard in the back. And then this is the 3mm. I will be using that a lot more. I have a lot of plane pictures that I'll be putting in at the end of this to show. Let me get a good look at the grass. So here you can kind of see the different heights. So this would be like the end of the runway, be all this here. So that's why it starts becoming shorter. Kind of looks like it's coming into the landing strip. This was a really good kit. Didn't have any issues. That was actually quite a lot of fun to build. So, well, you picked a good one. But a little teaser into what the next video is going to be. I guess it really didn't matter which one you picked. This one's going to be dedicated to you. You're always very nice. Comments. You're very supportive and in the community. And I think it's very nice that everybody is doing a dedication build. But back again on the next video, it will be the other British model that I had in that one video. Letting Al pick which one he wanted. There you can see my windows. I think it turned out quite well. It's a little wobbly, but it's not too bad. And just to give you guys an inside look how I did that wire with the plane. Sloppy underbelly. So I took that wire and kind of zigzagged it to give it support, so that way it's held on there nice and tight. And I kind of reinforced it with another foam tab. And this base is just foam board. glued together, make a normal box. And then I use the plaster cloth, usually for railroad diorama stuff. And I wrap the whole box in the cloth, and then I just use the plaster. I made sure that the ground is not perfectly smooth. I want to have a realistic look, so I did some plaster cloth on the edges, keeping the center kind of low, so it's not terrible. So you can see this is a little bit a higher spot, but nothing too crazy, because they are going to be picking a smooth ground to land on. And then once I got all the plaster cloth on, I let it dry, and then I put plaster on and just smoothed it, gave it a nice transition. And also when I did the plaster cloth, I wrapped it around, and then did plaster around this, sanded it all, and painted the earth tones and black trim around. Then did a Mod Podge glue, applied the static grass on that while it was still wet. I did the tall first, then I applied a thinner one with the alcohol spray, so that way it went soaked down to the bottom, and I applied the thinner, or the shorter grass. So like in here you can kind of see there's the shorter grass in there, and then there's some thinner spots. That way they give it a realistic life look. This is actually two different color greens, and there's a dark solid green in the back, and then that's mixed with a more of a yellowish green. Over in England, where these would fly, they had a lot of rain, so I try to keep it as green as possible, because of all that nice rain keeping the grass nice and green. So, well, I hope you like it. This is a great build. Anybody thinks that they should build a base, or wants to try doing a base, give it a shot. It's usually cheap and simple materials. There's tons of videos out there to teach you. I have not been building bases very long. I think this might be my 7th one. But it is a lot of fun. It's easy to pick up, especially if you can build a model like this. You can build the base pretty easily. It's just a matter of getting the stuff. So, hopefully you guys like it, and until the next build, I'll talk to you then. Bye.